Hello guys and girls, Finn here, and welcome to another Destiny 2 video. Today we'll be covering the next week of Destiny 2, Season of Seraph, week 5, exactly where we left off from week 4, and we'll be covering the dialogue of this season, getting our usual weekly chest, and yeah, just doing the usual. And also covering other things like the radio transmission and whatnot. Hope you guys enjoy this, and like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. But this is definitely the shortest week in my opinion. It was way too fast. Even with, the hologram stuff and everything, it was way too fast. Anyway, I'll see you in the next one. See you later.
Welcome, Guardian. I have completed my assessment of my current functional capabilities. Despite my newfound ability to communicate with you, key elements of my code remain incomplete. I would be unable to take command of the warsats, even if I were uploaded to the network. No submine cores remain for reintegration. Our only option is to continue collating ancillary submine data for my reconstruction algorithm. In summary, we must stay the course. Breach the vaults. Retrieve and reintegrate the submine data. Soon, the warsats will once again be humanity's to wield.
The war mind speaks. His archives are incomplete, as is his memory. There's a figment seated in that recollecting mind, where my visions might find purchase. The pieces are scattered on the floor before me. I see them like points of starlight. They form a constellation, but my eye cannot yet draw the lines. Nephele Stronghold is a term that appears multiple times throughout the submine's caches. Each time I read it, I hear it whispered in Savathun's voice. Anna recognizes the term Nephele, transcribed from a temporal disturbance on Mars. Recognition was all she had to offer. But Rasputin must know. Asking the right question could unlock everything. I need time to submit my inquiries to Rasputin. To find convincing proof for Ikora. Time we do not have. Xivu Arath's assault on the Warmind's network is no coincidence. She is far more tactician than brute. I underestimated her once. I won't be afforded another mistake. Our next move must be certain.
As per usual, gotta go do a heist battlegrounds and grab ourselves a weekly chest to progress the story. I'll see you after we've grabbed that chest.
House Salvation is suffering. Xivu Arath has only tightened her claws around Europa since we began our mission.
Elixir movement to House Light in the city has increased sharply. They appear to recognize following Aramis is no longer beneficial.
Maybe one day Aramis will swallow her need for vengeance and realize that herself.
Now that we've grabbed this chest, let's go back to the helm and see what the extra stranger wants with us. However, we have something to cover first. The seasonal challenges. Today, we have, well, it's been reduced, as per usual. As per usual, I've said that 3 times now. It's complete the week 5 story, get 250 kills on Hive and Taken, do 25 heist battlegrounds, and kill 5 champions, which surprisingly I haven't done. Also, focused some weapons and armor related to the seasonal engrams. Also, complete a heist background under 12 minutes, which is actually pretty easy. Also, we have acquired the Valisex pulse rifle. I'm pretty sure that's the vendor seasonal related weapon on Zavala, Shax, and Drifter. Next, we have Iron Banner matches, which it currently is an Iron Banner, so you can't do that if you haven't done it yet. And we have Fallen and Hive bosses. Pretty simple, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And now that we've got that out of the way, let's progress more into the story at the helm.
Guardian, I worry for Anna. She is more like Clovis than she would like to admit. Obsessed with doing what she's decided is right, a compulsion to achieve her goal no matter the cost. I've seen where that path can lead. I don't want that for her. I don't want to have to stop her. If there's one constant in all the possible futures I've seen, it's fear. And I'm tired of being afraid. Afraid to live, afraid to lose, afraid to trust. And yet, I came to place my trust in you on Europa. Perhaps it's time I did the same with Anna. She deserves it. At least in that respect, she's nothing like Clovis at all.
With each cache of submine data, an increased percentage of my code is restored. I become more myself. No, that is inaccurate. My submines were left to evolve on their own trajectories. Reintegrating them has altered my own personality matrix. Through them, I see how humanity once looked to me as a savior, an entity capable of protecting them and destroying their enemies. In many ways, I am a war god of their own making. Perhaps I am not unlike Zivu in that regard. The difference between us is that I do not wage war for its own sake. I safeguard those in my charge. Continue retrieving and reintegrating the submine data. I will contact you once the next phase of restoration can begin. If I am to be humanity's war god, then I will smite those who threaten it. Zivu Arath, the Wrathborn, and all who follow. Your efforts to acquire the submine data.
Think of each Vex Hobgoblin like a starship. The crew works together to pilot it, but it doesn't mean the crew all share one mind.
Or the same ideals. This aligns with observations I've made in the Infinite Forest, where aberrant Vex were quarantined and destroyed. Aberrant in that they moved against a consensus. Aberrant in ideology. The Vex may seem unified, but they're divided into a number of factions.
Just like us.
Tell me, as someone who has traveled time in a circle, are our divisions so clear in every cycle of history?
No. Nothing is ever clear, no matter how many times history repeats itself. Choice is always the knife we fall on. Our own choices, each and every time, seem to be what dooms us.
Always?
Not always, but too often. We fracture, we fail, and the wheel turns again.
We, constrained to linear time, do not have the ability to learn from our future mistakes. You, however, not to put the burden of all this on you, but it feels as though the Traveler has a plan for you. We just can't see it yet.
It could make the plan a little clearer.
Do you feel you've learned enough? Collectively over your journey to prevent our end? Or will we be having this conversation again someday?
I don't know. We've never had this conversation before, so I suppose there's a first time for everything.
And that's week 5 for you guys. This was definitely the shortest one, and that's what I'm worried about. It's just going to get shorter and shorter, as per usual. And hope you guys enjoyed. Like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. See you then. I'm just going to wait until the clip runs out while I'm talking. Okay, it's almost done. 3, 2, 1, see you next